Shut up and sit down.
It is that time once again for all of you to shut up and sit down, because I am talking. As you know, Danger Zone is coming very soon, and I have a very special announcement I need to make. Max Danger will not be defending the WIW Heavyweight Championship at Danger Zone. Well, since the Wolfpack didn't have to at Wolfpack in the Outback, I'd say it only seems fair to Danger. Instead, we will be having... How much arse-kissing can one man do before shit starts flying out of his mouth? Apparently, not that long. He has defended that title once, and knowing that he doesn't have to defend it on your orders, he's using that as a defense to attack me and my team, and that is not acceptable. Every single Wolfpack member has a claim to the WIW Heavyweight Championship right now, and as Steve put it last week, we couldn't care less which one of us gets it. But you can't hide him away for good, Austin. Eventually, we will take back what is rightfully Wolfpack property. Wolfpack property? Last time I checked, it is my title. It's the championship of my company. And since you all seem to forget this, you are all my employees. I swear to God, if you didn't hold the tag titles, I will remove each and every one of you by force. But since I can't do that, I'll just make you suffer instead. And you will suffer because as long as I am GM, none of you will ever get... Enough! Blake, I know why you're doing what you're doing, and I understand that and appreciate it, but this ain't how we Dangers do things. Alex, you and your boys want a shot at me? Then earn it. Because I'm tired of hiding behind Blake, so here's what I propose. Wolfpack in the Outback's main event was a 3-on-3 tag team match. I say we do the same. At Danger Zone, me and the Blood Brothers versus the Wolfpack. If you win, I will give you, one of you, a shot at the title at sudden death. But if you lose, none of you can even stand in the same ring as me ever again, and the Blood Brothers get a rematch for your tag team titles. Deal or no deal? Right when I think that you couldn't be any more stupid. When we are united, there is no one better than the Wolfpack. You want a tag match? We will give you one. But be warned, kid. As much as you want to be, you will never be as good as your father was. You're just a son who's in way over his head. And if you think taking us on is going to help you with your daddy issues, then sorry to break it to you. but you're going to feel worse when we beat you and then take your title away from you. So we accept your challenge. Sorry to interrupt you being kicked in the balls and all, but as funny as that was, I'm here for business, so sort yourself out. Since you aren't defending at Danger Zone, I feel that I need to remind you that that means you're in violation of the 30-day champions rule. So you're gonna have no choice after Danger Zone but to relinquish your title. But I have a solution. Me and you tonight. And when I win, I will take the pressure off of you, as you will not have to worry about the championship when dealing with the Wolfpack, because I'll have it. So what do you say? Will you accept the Aces challenge that you've been avoiding for weeks now? Or will you run and hide again? I don't run, especially from empty threats like you. You want another shot? Was the first one not embarrassing enough for you? Well, prepare to be humiliated, because you got yourself a match. But you better not ever show yourself to my face again if you lose tonight. Just like the Wolfpack will find out, they aren't on my level. No one is. And don't feel too bad when you lose. I've given you enough time to prepare. I will see you in tonight's main event. I look forward to it. Sorry to interrupt, Alex. Now, where were you before I came out? Oh, yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs, and welcome to another episode of Friday Fight Night. This is episode number 86 now, I believe, of the series, which is crazy. We're getting closer and closer to the 100th episode of WIW. That is a crazy, just crazy thought to think about. And I can't thank all of you enough for your support. Thank you so much for 400 subscribers on behalf of everybody here at WIW. It's going to be a great ride on the road to Insomnia, and we are getting closer and closer to sudden death. But we've got one more stop before that, and that is Danger Zone. And the first person down to the ring tonight is Trevor Jackson. Well, if you want to exclude all the kerfuffle that was going on before this match kicked off, that Trevor Jackson is the first man down to the ring. Trevor Jackson tonight will be competing one-on-one with somebody else, and the winner will represent Team Fight Night at Danger Zone. Remembering, of course, the general manager announced on Monday Night Mayhem that one member of Mayhem and one member of Fight Night will face off against each other, and the winning brand gets the 30th entry into the Royal Rumble match. And of course, the general manager also explained that the winner did not get the 30th spot guaranteed to him, but the 30th spot would be given, at random, and that person who wins the match will be given a spot in the Royal Rumble. So of course it is all to fight for, because if they lose that match, unlike other people who will get second chances at it, they will not get a second chance. You will only get that shot at the match, and you will not be in the Rumble if you lose. So high stakes And unfortunately for these two are the men who have to step up and challenge for it to be a member of the Fight Night version. So here comes Liam Connors making his way down to the ring, following his ambush last week to Jake Griffiths. Might not be the freshest man, but he is out here tonight, not searching for revenge. He knows that he has no business dealing with the Cruiserweight Champion. He needs to focus on the task ahead, and that's to get himself a spot at Sudden Death's Royal Rumble match. But first, he's got to get himself the Danger Zone, representing Team Fight Night. And for these two, who have both been shy of opportunities since the Lockdown pay-per-view, which was both for both of them their first real opportunity, it's no wonder that these two were the ones chosen to step up here tonight. And we start with a big backbreaker there by Trevor Jackson. And these two, we don't, not exactly friends, of course, been dealing with each other quite recently, of course, both in the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match, which Max Danger successfully retained the Heavyweight Championship. And for both of them, that was their first shot at the World Championship, and I'm sure they'd love to go back there as soon as possible. Massive clothesline by Liam Connors. And straight into the cover off of it to progress the Danger Zone. He's only going to get a 1 count. And of course, we don't know who the Mayhem representative is. We will find out, I guess, in the next episode of Monday Night Mayhem, the last episode before the Danger Zone pay-per-view. And we now know the main event for the Danger Zone pay-per-view. It's going to be a 3-on-3, Max Danger and the Blood Brothers versus the Wolfpack, just like the Wolfpack did at their very own pay-per-view when they did Wolfpack the Outback. Now at Danger Zone, we're going to see another 6-man tag team match. Now look at this, Liam Connors trying to get behind. Oh, and he does well there to get a gut buster off. Very nicely done by Liam Connors. Oh, but Jackson, not going to let it go. Trevor Jackson, quite a crafty man, very skilled fighter. Oh, look at that beautiful sunset flip. Very crafty fighter, as I was saying. Very agile, very fast indeed. Liam Connors relies very heavily on his strengths for the moves that he goes to. However, it hasn't always come to fruition for him. Neither of these men have been considered the top dogs here on Monday Night Mayhem, Friday Fight Night, excuse me. And they're both trying very hard to get that. And of course, imagine winning the Rumble. That could definitely get you up there. The first ever WIW Royal Rumble, and you walk out the winner of it. You would go down in history as one of the all-time greats if you get to main event the first ever Insomnia. It's going to be amazing if they can. Of course, neither of them will be guaranteed the number 30th entry, but of course the general manager, I'm sure, would be very interested in offering it to them, maybe for their services. I don't know, but the general manager has made it clear you will do this match because I said so. So now he's even making them perform like monkeys at this point, just for his own amusement. And now Trevor Jackson lining up Liam Connors in an attempt maybe to finish this one off, if he can do it. Looking for a roundhouse kick. Right to the head. Got more knee on that one than anything else. And Trevor Jackson, oh, I thought maybe he might have been lining up for the end there. Liam Connors able to just shake off the roundhouse kick. Clearly not enough emphasis there on that kick, and there's a suplex. Oh, look at this, looking for another one. Oh, and it connects very well. One more suplex if he can get it. Boom, big triple suplexed. And now Liam Connors starting to roll. And Trevor Jackson and Liam Connors, two men who, of course, aren't at Danger Zone as of yet. I'm sure they'll both be very hungry to get there. Look at Connors. Look at this. Oh, and that's what I'm talking about, that strength that he has. Relies very heavily on his power for some of his moves. Of course, he has that big one, the big gut buster at the end. The leaf blower gut buster that's done the job in the past. Can it do it here again tonight? Big sequence there from Liam Connors, who is in control of this match right now. Into the corner. Oh, and well done to avoid the corner. That's not the place you want to be when Liam Connors has you there. And now Trevor Jackson punching him all the way up to the ropes. Connors backtracking a little bit. Can't afford to do that. What's Jackson thinking here? Lining him up for something. What's Jackson got in mind? Might want to not take his time with this because Connors will get up. And that's when the problems will start. And for Liam Connors, of course, he's been one to be like this before and prone to mistake. And that's where he was made to pay. And look at that. Jackson was waiting for him to turn around for a DDT. He had no interest in using the rope for leverage. And Trevor Jackson clearly with his own game plan. Oh, but he got caught watching there. And made to pay with a backbreaker. Oh, and another backbreaker. Looking for one more, maybe. Of course! 3 backbreakers. And Trevor Jackson got caught watching there and he was made to pay for it. And now, into the cover. Is that going to be enough to get him to danger zone? It's only a 1 again. And still not enough damage done here by Liam Connors. I mean, Trevor Jackson laid some of the big hits, but he clearly didn't get enough clean connection on it to get the job done. And Connors still in search of the big move. Maybe now in the corner he can find it. Lining him up for the massive running shoulder tackle if he can get it. Lining him up. Perfectly timed shoulder tackle by Liam Connors. And now Connors has Trevor Jackson in a spot of trouble. Will he be able to get the cover now and represent Mayhem, represent Fight Night against Mayhem? It's a 1 count. And I'm sure if we didn't have a tie at Mind Games that neither of these men would have to go through this. But tonight, only one man will make it to there. Always looking for the gut buster and couldn't get there. And a missed opportunity there by Connors, who was trying to set up for the gut buster, but Trevor Jackson escapes, now playing to the crowd to suggest this one's been easy, but he's lost control of this match, that has to be said. Oh, look at that big boot to the jaw, a taste of pain. And now Connors going high risk here, doing whatever it takes to walk out the winner here tonight. Remember, a Royal Rumble opportunity is on the cards if they can go on to Danger Zone and win, and no one's going to want to lose that opportunity. Oh, great catch there by Trevor Jackson. A fantastic catch, and just stuns him off the ropes. Very nicely done by Trevor Jackson. And now bringing him back to his feet. The big man's in trouble here, looking for that big triple German suplex. If he can get it, there's one. And another. In serious trouble now. Big triple German suplex. Connors might be near the end here. This could be the end of the match for him right here. Oh, and what a move. Beautiful move there by Trevor Jackson, who starting to feel the effects of this hard matchup, but now looking for the knee to put away Liam Connors. Big knee strike! Big knee strike! And into the cover on Liam Connors. Trevor Jackson is going to Danger Zone. Big victory here tonight for Trevor Jackson, who has been in such great form since returning from his injuries. And he is back, and right now better than ever. Trevor Jackson putting up a great fight here tonight. So did Connors. Both of them gave it their all. And the general manager made them fight hard for it. But in the end, it was the big triple suplex, followed by the knee strike, that wraps it up for Trevor Jackson. And he is going to Danger Zone to face whoever the representative is for Mayhem. And remember, the winner of that match gets the 30th pick for their brand. And they also get themselves a Royal Rumble entry. So can Trevor Jackson become the first Fight Night competitor to guarantee himself a spot in the Rumble match? Or will Mayhem be able to conquer once again and capture the 30th pick or 30th entry into the Rumble? Let's move on down the rest of tonight's card. Next up tonight, oh god, where'd my voice go? Hang on. Next up tonight, it is some women's action, and we get to see once again the new Fight Night Women's Champion in action as she prepares to warm herself up and give herself some practice before Laura Stables' rematch at Danger Zone. So she steps into the ring once again here tonight, once again holding the Fight Night Women's Championship, which she won at Lockdown inside the steel cage against Laura Stables, who was on Fight Night considered to be the most dominant women's champion. Of course, Sandra Piper kind of disproved that by winning on Mind Games. But for Shannon, she now can cement her legacy as champion. She was the Fight Night era. She is the Fight Night Women's Champion. She was the Trial era Women's Champion. So she knows what it takes to be a champion, and she knows what it takes to defend a championship as well. So she needs to use that expertise and experience coming in to what is going to be a huge pay-per-view at Danger Zone. And of course, Shannon will be eagerly anticipating and watching on at sudden death, as well as the 8-women battle royal will be occurring, where one of the women will get themselves a title opportunity of their choosing. And of course, if they decide to cash in on Shannon or on Laura, if she does become champion, Shannon's going to have higher interest and high stock in that one. But her opponent tonight, Vikki Valentine, who is always keeping herself active, just trying to find a way to find herself in contention for the Women's Championship, but she just always seems to fall just that tad bit short. She's a fantastic fighter, but it's just when those number one contendership matches come, or when those championship matches against the champions occur, she can't always keep up. But tonight she gets a chance to do just that against Shannon Austin, the new Fight Night Women's Champion. Tonight she can do just that, and Vikki Valentine trying to cement her legacy, and I can't imagine her not being a part of the match for the Fight Night Women's the fight in the Women's Battle Royal for Fight Night. Of course, she'll have to qualify after Danger Zone. That's when the qualifications will start for Fight Night, which means once again Mayhem will have the early advantage as their pay-per-view went first. Of course, however, it's not really going to make too much of a difference, I'd imagine. Look at this, Shannon straight out the gate. Not interested in wasting any time tonight. She knows that at any moment Laura Stables could come out here and try and ruin the night for her, even if she does get the early momentum. So she can't afford to let that happen. But Vikki Valentine, we know, is not one to go down easy or without a fight. Exploder suplex to start this one off from Vikki Valentine. And Shannon, of course, had to battle in a number one contenders match to earn the right to face at Lockdown. It was a fatal four-way. I do believe that Vikki wasn't a part of that match. I think it was Violet, Wildcat, and I believe there was one other woman. I'm not too sure. I might have been Vikki, now thinking back. I don't know. But it's amazing how tides could change in a matter of moments. Shannon didn't have much success when coming back onto the main roster, coming back to the women's roster. And of course, she struggled to get going. But now, look at this. She's found her strength. She's found her stride. She's got some wins together. And she's already the Fight Night Women's Champion for the first time in her career. Her second ever championship. Of course, the trial era championships don't go on the history books, but they will never be forgotten from the long-term subscribers. That is for sure. And you know who you are if I'm talking about a long-term subscriber. And now look at this. Shannon setting her up on the ropes, trying to keep in control right now, because Vikki Valentine, she's losing the fight right now, but she's keeping herself in it with one or two big strikes. And that's exactly what you got to do in a fight where you're losing right now. But she needs to start mounting some serious offense, because she can't let the champion just come out and dominate her like this as she has so far. And Vikki, we know, is a capable fighter. Can she finally show herself and show what she can truly do against a women's champion such as Shannon? Irish whip now to the opposite side. What can Vikki offer from the Irish whip? Oh, went for a Uranagi maybe, but well countered there by Shannon. She wasn't having any of it. And now Shannon, big drop kick. Very nicely done, and Vikki's having to trap herself in the corner there, and Shannon not even giving her a second to breathe. Shannon, a relentless fighter, truly ruthless, and she's showing that here tonight. Here's another aeroplane spin from Shannon, or the first of the night anyway, but Shannon takes her down with the aeroplane spin. And Shannon Austin, of course, coming to her first title defense, and for a lot of the champions here on Monday Night Mayhem and on Friday Fight Night, it's a matter of if you can defend that title the first time, you're on track for a good reign. And now Shannon lifting up Vikki Valentine, looking for that big stalling suplex once again, showing her strength. You saw the scream as she lifted her up. Bang! Big suplex to Vikki Valentine. And Shannon, such a strong fighter, so lethal. She knows what to do when she's in the ring. She may be the selfie queen, and that might just be her teenage years talking. Or not teenage years talking, but you know what I mean. Her inner teenager coming out in her. But when in that ring, she is laser focused and always ready for a fight. As is Vikki, who lands an exploder suplex. And that could be enough. Vikki into the cover. She's only going to get a one off the exploder. Well, that must be troubling for Vikki Valentine, because that's one of her biggest moves in her repertoire. Besides this one, she's looking for the running knee. Can she connect with it? Right to Shannon's jaw. Shannon falls to a knee. Connects right on the jaw of the champion. Vikki Valentine's got her down. And she's not done. She knows one won't be enough. She needs a second. She's going for a second running knee in the opposite corner. Shannon just laid out by Vikki Valentine and into the cover to knock off the women's champion. Look at Vikki's face. It says it all. Two massive running knees by Vikki Valentine. And yet Shannon still promptly kicks out at 2. Not 2.5, not 2.25, 2. And Vikki Valentine completely overshot that top rope attempt at diving, but Shannon is groggy. She's feeling the effects of what she's been hit with right now. And Vikki Valentine just trying to get some advantage here into the submission hold. Not near the ropes though. She makes sure of that. She turned her back on it. The champion in a vulnerable position here. If she taps out right now. Oh, but wait a minute. Shannon just trying to force the hold out. Oh, and a very nice flip out indeed there by Shannon. But Vikki rakes the eyes on the way through. Vikki being ruthless here tonight. She wants to show herself. She wants a women's championship opportunity. And she's doing whatever it takes to prove she deserves one. The crowd really getting behind Vikki Valentine. We've been following her for months. She's been one of the most active superstars in the women's division. She just can't do what it's necessary to get the win. And Shannon refusing to back down, refusing to let her get it. Even though she's had an amazing outing here today, Vikki Valentine. Shannon needs to do something to wrap this one up. She's just going to go for the cover to try and do so. But Vikki Valentine not giving up as easily either. But Shannon, we know, is a very hard and very heavy hitter. We know that she can just wrap this up with a couple of moves. And she's going to that top rope elbow again. And connects this time right on the jaw. And for Vikki, this is another impressive showing. She's getting better and better with more ring time that's been given to her. But she just can't seem to land that final blow. That finishing touch to put people away. She just hasn't found it. I mean, 2 running knees and she still couldn't get the job done. Now looking for another exploder. Well countered there by Shannon, who gets behind and takes it down with an inverted DDT. Champion's got to show her strength. She knows Laura Stables is going to be watching. And she knows she can't afford to take too much damage before the Danger Zone pay-per-view. And now Shannon might be lining up for the end here. Oh no, she's going to tease her with the stalling suplex instead. Squatting with her, showing her strength, and a suplex connects. The pure power of the Fight Night Women's Champion reigns through and into the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away Vikki Valentine? Shannon picks up the win. No need for that spike pile driver of hers. Shannon gets the job done. She look at her laughing at Vikki Valentine, which is very unfair to Vikki. She put up one hell of a fight. She really did. And I thought she was going to walk out the winner of that, but too much damage on the big move she received. Look at this. There was one running knee. And then in the opposite corner, another running knee. And she just couldn't get it done. And Shannon just didn't stay down. In the end, the stalling suplex was all it took to get the job done. No need for that spike pile driver of hers. Shannon gets the win once again. The Fight Night Women's Champion is on a roll right now. And she is gunning for that Fight Night Women's Championship. Well, to retain it at the very least. And we know that after the first retain, it gets a lot easier for people apparently. But we have seen in the past people struggle to do it the first time. They say you're never truly a champion until you've defended it once. Will Shannon be able to do that and cement her legacy here in the women's division as one of the greatest women to ever be on the Gaming Blake Network? Or will Laura Stables be able to capture and make history by becoming a 2-time women's champion? Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, we get to see Dino D in action for what I'm assuming is going to be an inevitable clash with John Cutter at the upcoming pay-per-view. Dino D starting to... Oh dear! Oh my god, not again! Week after week, John Cutter making Dino D pay for the defeat he suffered to him at the beginning of the month. And Dino D just getting battered now with a kendo stick. This is just uncalled for. Oh, but look at this. Still fighting back, but John Cutter just too strong, too powerful. And Dino D leaning on an invisible wall. Oh, look at that. Big takedown there by John. And this is just uncalled for. John Cutter's lost once. And now all of a sudden all he wants to do is just beat the crap out of him. And that's the thing with John Cutter. He doesn't like to lose. And he sends a warning and a message to Dino D once again. Well, I said that Dino D and John Cutter was looking like an inevitable match to happen at Danger Zone. Well, after that beatdown, the general manager has had enough and he can confirm that Dino D and John Cutter will be battling each other at Danger Zone. But speaking of Danger Zone, we now next up have a preview of Danger Zone as the Demon steps into the ring as one of his final times as the Demon before his supposed transformation into the ultimate PJ McNair. Now, of course, we have no idea what any of that means or what he's talking about, but the ultimate PJ McNair is what he says he's going to be calling himself, and it will debut at Danger Zone. But tonight, he steps into the ring one-on-one with Wilson Woodward as the Demon. He has to deal with what he's got for right now. Wilson Woodward coming out last week as the Demon was talking about his transformation and preparing for the ultimate PJ McNair. He came out and he said that this isn't anything. You're wasting my TV time when I could be gunning and beating people and winning world titles. He believes he's the best in the roster, and yet he's being held up by people in face paints. I mean, last week he referred to him as the Black Finn Balor. He referred to him as a copycat, a scam, and everything in between. And although PJ McNair did have some shots to fire back, he kept it brief. He said he'd meet him at Danger Zone, but Wilson Woodward made it clear to the GM he did not want to wait until Danger Zone, and that is why these two collide in the ring tonight. Well, the Demon knows that Wilson Woodward thinks very little of him, and so tonight he's going to want to get revenge for the words that he spoke. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Wilson Woodward making fun now, mocking the Demon PJ McNair, putting on the face paint that he wears over his clothes. And look at this, Wilson Woodward playing all types of mind games on PJ McNair. And of course, coming into Danger, he did say that all he was is changing face paint. Wouldn't help him. It wouldn't prove that he was better than him or help beat Wilson Woodward. And tonight, Wilson Woodward looking to prove that. Maybe the power of the face paint really and truly is with him. But look at this, PJ McNair does not look impressed. Wilson Woodward clearly in his head now. And look at this, going straight forward, not wasting any time. But McNair ran straight into a trap there as it looked like he was ready for it. And with his own face paint now, mocking the Demon not going to be too happy about what he's seeing from Wilson Woodward. But Wilson Woodward, I'm sure, isn't going to be too fazed by that. I'm sure he's just going to come out here and just, continue to play the mind games, continue to wear down PJ McNair. Of course, McNair hasn't been very successful as the Demon. He got off to an amazing start with life as the Demon, but then he's missed out on now 3, maybe 4 television championship opportunities. Cannot get a #1 contendership opportunity for the Cruiserweight Championship. Hasn't been able to find his way into the World Championship picture. It's been a real struggle for the Demon, which is why he believes that it's now time to make the change to the ultimate PJ McNair. Look at this again, mocking him, Wilson Woodward, making a mockery here, trying to send a message that face paint won't make you a better fighter, as Wilson Woodward believes he can beat him anyway. I mean, that doesn't really prove that point as such, but you know what I mean. It's all just mind games. It's a big match coming into Danger Zone for Wilson Woodward. He's been a part of some big matches before, and even former world champion King Sam said that there is an amazing amount of potential inside Wilson Woodward that is waiting to be untapped, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here by silencing the Demon or the Ultimate One or whatever he wishes to call himself. PJ McNair under the heavy fire of Wilson Woodward right now. And of course, this gives whoever wins the psychological advantage coming into a Danger Zone. And of course, Wilson Woodward believes that no matter what face he wears or what paint he's wearing, he believes he can beat him on any given night. Tonight is the night he gets to prove that. And he's also taken it upon himself to land a cheap shot here with the face paint, and now gets hit with a drop kick in the corner. McNair, loads of variations of that drop kick. He's going to go for the cover off of that drop kick, though. Just trying to wrap this one up. Clearly, Wilson Woodward's in his head right now. He seems to be rushing a little bit. And Wilson Woodward with his own little variation of the face paint, but very much getting the point across that anyone can do what he's doing. And now look at this, dropping the fist. Great play here from Wilson Woodward. He's off to a good start here. PJ McNair came out the gate storming, very angry and aggressive after what he's just seen from Wilson Woodward. But Wilson Woodward making him pay for it. And now Woodward trying to lift him up, went for the overhead belly to belly, and a rake of the eyes there by the Demon, who tried to capitalize further, but well countered there by Woodward. And these two exchanging counters right now and trying to get the upper hand on each other. Wilson Woodward not letting it happen. Neither is McNair. McNair, inverted DDT a move finally lands between the two. And now to the middle rope. What's he got in store? Just drops down, but he misses with it. And Wilson Woodward, that was a big strike there. That stunned the Demon. You see that? Irish whip. And there's a big elbow. And Wilson Woodward just doing whatever he can here to stay in control. The Demon desperately trying to fight back, but it just hasn't been enough so far. And now up on the shoulders, ready to put him away. Oh no, he's gone for the gutbuster. I thought maybe he was going for that fireman's carry slam. He decided against it. And now has him up on and now to the corner. The Demon's got McNair in a bad spot. We know what he's capable of from here. Looking for the drop kick from PJ McNair. There's the drop kick. Very nice connection indeed. And now McNair has him lined up where he wants him. A drop to the knee to make sure he stays down. Could go up top to for the double stomp. Instead, Wilson Woodward find his way back to his feet already. Oh no! And now looking to make the Demon pay. He's in trouble here. Boom! Big slam by Wilson. Hooks the leg into the cover. Is that enough to keep down the Demon? Yes, it is. Wilson Woodward scores the win. And talking all types of trash right to the face of him. And you can see the face paint wearing there on Wilson Woodward slightly. But a tough battle he had to go through tonight. And right when I thought the Demon was about to get it done, once again he makes a slight mistake. And Wilson Woodward makes him pay with a big slam. Very nicely done. And once again, gets the job done. And Wilson Woodward gains himself some momentum. Heading in to what is going to be a big Danger Zone pay-per-view. He's trying to work his way back to the top. Trying to make himself a historic man once again. And continue to cement his legacy. If he can do that. But what a win tonight that was from Wilson Woodward. The mind games were applied, and it helped him to come out on top. Big win for Woodward tonight. Let's move on down the rest of the card into tonight's main event. Well, a huge main event that could shake up everything as we get close to the Sudden Death pay-per-view and to the Danger Zone pay-per-view, of course, which will be this Sunday in real time, but in Universe Mode time. That will be in 2 weeks' time. The WIW Heavyweight Championship is on the line here tonight in the main event. And the first man down to the ring is the challenger, the ace, Peter Bolton, who has been asking for weeks for this match, but the general manager has been ignoring it. But Max Danger, he's done hiding behind the curtain. He's done being on the sideline tonight. He wants to prove why he is truly the best. That's why he's world champion. He wants to prove it. And tonight he defends because he's not going to at Danger Zone. Of course, he will be facing off with the Blood Brothers against the Wolfpack. And if the Wolfpack are victorious, then the Wolfpack will finally, one of them will get an opportunity at Sudden Death for the World Heavyweight Championship. But tonight, Peter Bolton has his chance at the World Heavyweight Championship. And if he wins, of course, that match, I guess, will be a triple threat because Max Danger will have his rematch and the Wolfpack will be entitled to join that match as well. So big implications for Sudden Death if this is to end in Peter Bolton's favor. We know he can do it. We know he's a top superstar here, the ace. It's a question now of whether when the pressure's on, can he step up to the occasion and take on the World Heavyweight Championship here tonight. His second attempt at the World Heavyweight Championship. His first was at Lockdown, and now tonight he gets the opportunity that he's been seeking out, that he's been waiting for. And it looks like he's brought some reinforcements down to the ring. Big Boss and Bruiser Brad are here, accompanying the World Heavyweight Champion, Max Danger, who is here for his second title defense of his reign as the WIW Heavyweight Champion. We know he's not defending at Danger Zone, and we know he would have liked to. He's not one to back away. He wants to prove that he truly is the face of this company. He wants to prove that he truly is the best. And tonight he can do that by knocking off one of the top contenders for the WIW Heavyweight Championship in Peter Bolton. He managed to walk out of Lockdown as the Heavyweight Champion. Peter Bolton was one of the 5 men that he did face and succeed against. But Tonight, one-on-one, the pressure is on for Max Danger, who has to prove himself. Here tonight, he's here to build his own legacy, to carry on the name of the Danger family and the Blood Brothers. Down to the ring with him at ringside. And do you know what? I find it quite unusual that Max Danger was willing to team with the Blood Brothers, thinking back, because wasn't it Bruiser Brad that actually injured it was Big Boss that injured Chris Danger. Well, I guess that's all behind them in the past now, but I guess he's trying to build his own legacy rather than moving away from his dad. Moving with his dad, I guess. Heavyweight Championship on the line. A huge night, the biggest night of his career for the Ace Peter Bolton. Here on Friday Fight Night's main event, the Ace has worked his way to the top. He's risen, and everybody is seeing the improvement from the Ace. But can tonight he land the Ace in a hole and pin the World Heavyweight Champion for the second time in his career? The champion, of course, has already lost to Peter Bolton. Yes, that was in tag team action, but he has lost to him. But tonight, he defends that title for the first time one-on-one. The pressure is truly on, and he knows that if he defends, he'll have the Wolfpack gunning for it next. But he needs to worry tonight about defending it against Peter Bolton, who is just as big as a threat and has proven to be for weeks on end now. The Ace, with the biggest match of his life as the World Heavyweight Championship, is put on the line just 2 weeks before Danger Zone. Of course, Max will have his rematch, but of course he won't be using it at sudden death. So it will be Peter Bolton walking out. Peter Bolton walks out the World Heavyweight Champion here tonight, he will not have to defend at Danger Zone, but will have to defend at sudden death. And look at this straight away from the Max Danger, getting behind for a big German suplex. Max not going to waste any time to get to work here tonight, but Peter Bolton not going to make this an easy contest for him, and he knows that. Max Danger, of course, now, for a few weeks, the World Heavyweight Champion, after cashing in at Hellfire. Of course, didn't defend at Final Conflict. Oh, no, he did defend at Final Conflict, I believe. Actually, he might not have done, actually. I don't remember. I don't remember Max Danger having to defend at Final Conflict. He did go on to win, though, in the Lockdown pay-per-view, which was his first defense, so it might have been the case that he didn't compete at that pay-per-view. The referee goes down as Max Danger... Oh, look at that Eagle Eye! Max Danger with an early Eagle Eye! And he still has that family Danger touch. Danger family touch. I'm sorry, I completely am butchering my words today. And Max Danger starts off strong there with that massive backbreaker, and now taking the Ace to the outside. Remember, he does have champion's advantage if he is wise and uses it well. Which means if this match ends in count out and disqualification, Peter Bolton will win the match, but not win the title. Big jump there by Danger to the outside, showing his natural cruiserweight abilities. Of course, we always thought that Max Danger was destined for greatness, led by his dad Chris, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And of course now Max trying to cement his own legacy. Peter Bolton runs inside. That's not the wisest move, though, because, of course, he stays out there. That's the championship retain right there. Oh, but look at this. He answered the call of Bolton, who was mocking him there. Big knee by Danger. And now from behind. Oh, and a massive inverted Frankensteiner, drilling his head into the apron. And Max Danger in control right now. The Blood Brothers, I guess, there just as reinforcements. Well, whether Max Danger or not trusts them, the general manager has trusted the Blood Brothers to get the job done. And tonight, he's trusting Max Danger will get the job done. Remember, World Heavyweight Championship on the line right now. And the Ace is struggling. Chris Danger showing why he is world champion. Super kick lined up for the Ace. Big connection to the jaw. The Ace in trouble here. Danger brings him straight back to his feet. What's he got in mind? Lifts his leg over the head. Oh, look at that. Beautiful takedown there by Max Danger. And now Max Danger dragging him away from the ropes, or as much as possible away from the ropes, because we know what comes next. The World Heavyweight Champion looking for the Max Lock, flips him over in the middle of the ring. Peter Bolton with no chance of a rope break. He's going to try and crawl to it, but it's to no avail. Max Danger, with relative ease, it has to be said, retains the World Heavyweight Championship 2 weeks before Danger Zone. And that must be bitter disappointment by the Ace as Max Danger gets the job done. But Max Danger showing some sportsmanship here, showing some respect. He knows the Ace was a tough challenge and a top competitor, and I'm sure the Ace will be gunning back for that World Heavyweight Championship very, very soon. But tonight, when it counted, once again, Max Danger is able to retain the WIW Heavyweight Championship. That is going to conclude an amazing night of action. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Be sure to comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.